Hey, what's up, guys? Another week of training here. So this week was fairly productive. Started off the week with 495 by 1 and then 405 by 5 for 4 sets. And pictured is the first set of 5 and then dropped down with conventional 315 by 5, 365 for 2 singles, and then bench with 190 by 4, 205 by 2, and 185 for 2 sets of 5. And I'm getting used to the new squat stance. It is improving each week, so that's an encouraging sign. And for the squat, I did 275 by 5, 295 by 2, 275 for 3 sets of 5. So the previous week the previous weeks, I was struggling with 275 for maybe a double, but now I can do pretty handily at sets of 5. So that's a great thing. And then after did some bench, 185 by 6, 205 by 2, 215 by 1, 185 by 5, and 135 by 12. So I am instituting a kind of pyramid in the training. So I think that's helping just getting my body acclimated back to doing the bench. And I think doing the 5 days a week is productive for me. So that way I don't have to be burning out on all this training doing 7 days a week, so I think that's a huge plus, at least mentally. And this is a set with 275 by 5. Then after, I proceeded to do 295 by 2, and again, like I said before, 275 for 3 sets of 5. And you see here my hips kind of raised prematurely and caused some rounding in the back, but still I am trying to learn this form. Again, it's going to be a learning process because this is the first time I really tried to institute this form, at least raw. So I've been doing this for some years now with the equip stance, but I think this will be only of a benefit when it comes to the equip squatting because I am shelving the raw indefinitely for the time being. So that's that. Again, this is a bench like I said before. And I do squat back-to-back days. So this is 280 for 2 sets of 4. This is the second set of 4. And then after, did 300 for a single. And again, something similar, 275 for 3 sets of 5. Proceeded to do bench afterwards. And with the pyramid, I did a top set of 220 by 1. So getting there, but let's see how this works in the meantime. And I am planning on doing some board press on Saturdays with the bench, but unfortunately this week I did forget the board presses, so I'll probably just stick them in my car just to make sure that I do have them and I have it as an option for Saturday after I do my equip squat. So after the 2 squat days, took a day off and then did the deadlifts. So this is the raw deadlifts. So again, the form is just kind of a little bit of whack. Actually, the hips kind of are up too prematurely and using quite a bit of back. You saw there my torso is kind of forward at the bottom, which is not the greatest signs. So this is 505 for the second single. Again, kind of arduous. And after I did 505 for 2 singles, double overhand, and 490 by 1. So this is the second set of the 505. And of course, there's a bench. The pyramid again topped it off with 225 for a single. And a bit hard, but it's okay. And after this, the next day on Saturday, did the equip squat. So it is coming along. I am getting we're actually pretty pleased with it for the time being. Really trying to concentrate on keeping the back straight and the torso upright. But you see here, I'm kind of tipping forward at the bottom, trying to get that depth. So again there, and then the next rep, not the greatest, but the 405 by 4 and then 425 for 3 sets of 4. So this is a marked improvement over the prior week. And you see here I am getting the full revolutions on the wraps because they have stretched out from since last week, and I'm using my pliers to finish them off. But here I'm trying my very best to keep my back straight and try to go down as deep as possible. But I think it'll be greatly improved in the coming weeks. Just trying to be strict on the form and then obviously increasing the load and the volume. But it is kind of uncomfortable to go over 4 reps with this, so or doing at least 4 reps, kind of I'll say a little not difficult but uncomfortable. So the fourth rep can be a little uncomfortable, but maybe I'll stick in the lower rep ranges for when I'm using the suit and the knee wraps. But get a very productive session because the prior week I was only doing triples with 425 and I did do that single with 455. But I think in the coming weeks I'll have some definite improvement in these squats and these equipped squats, and it is still a while until the meet, February 22nd, 2020. So I do have some time, and then again, suggested by my good friend Matt Rodock, probably do some deload sessions every fourth week around. So that should help me at least mentally when I wind down on those deload weeks per se. So end of the bench here, 215 by 1, and again, stay tuned for next week, and thanks for watching.